All right, folks, how's it going? So today I wanted to get into something that I think may help some people. It is the differences between Privy and Redfin. I see a lot of people always talking about I need Privy, I need Privy, I need Privy to find these deals. While Privy is excellent, I believe I have an affiliate account in my description for Privy, and you can join through there if you're interested in checking out Privy. It's a great platform. Don't get me wrong, but it is not necessary to find deals. I repeat, it is not necessary to find deals. When you have sites like Zillow and Redfin that allow you keyword searches, or Redfin's excellent fixer-upper filter, which works very similarly to the Privy filters, that's what I just wanted to show people, give you a little bit of some game here, because I tend to use Redfin more so than I do Privy to source deals. I do like to use Privy for comping, but that's because it shows me the before and after pictures. But those before and after pictures are often on Redfin as well. And if you know how to find them, you can see the older photos of properties as well. It's just not as nicely done in terms of the comp section as Privy is. So for me, Privy is better for comping than a lot of other places. But I also don't use Privy to comp that frequently. So people might ask, oh, so why are you paying for Privy? I ask myself that same question sometimes. I like to have a lot of these platforms and I use them when necessary. But for the most part, I'm staying comping and sourcing deals in Redfin these days because it's just, it updates quicker than anything else besides Zillow, some of the other like Realtor.com, like all those free platforms will tend to update a lot quicker than the paid platforms for whatever reason. And I did a video on this before, but here I'm just trying to get people to understand that Privy is not 100% necessary to start doing deals. It's great if you want to get it after you've started to get some deal flow and stuff like that, but you absolutely do not need it. You don't need it after you start doing deals, you know? But it's just a tool like anything else. A lot of people like to have a lot of different tools in their toolbox, like me, but you absolutely do not need it if you don't have the money. You know, don't pay for it until you start doing some deals. Let's jump into it, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean right now. So here we have Redfin, right? And you'll see I also have Privy pulled up here in pretty much the same configuration. I tried to use the drawing tool to draw around these areas to get. I think I'm going to draw this one here a little bit better. This is a little fatter on. I give it a little bit more wide space on I think that's a little bit better. Yep, this one's a little bit bigger than this one, but they're about the same. So we have this basically a boundary, which is where we're searching for property. So I'm looking up and down these highways. There's a few highways in North Carolina that I tend to look up and say 85, and then going down to 95. I do go into Fayetteville sometimes, but right now I'm just going to focus on this area, which is called basically primarily like the Triangle area and some of the surrounding cities here with Burlington and Henderson, right? So Privy, I've done the same thing. Burlington, Henderson, you see that. So I just wanted to show you that. Okay, so next, what we're looking at is the filters. So for me, I'm looking for all properties that are for sale under $500,000. This is the list price, right? This is how much they're asking for it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm looking for properties that have 3 bedrooms and up, any amount of bathrooms, houses, townhouses, and condos. Coming soon and active. We're looking at square feet of 1,000 and up. No lot size restrictions there. Stories 1 and up. Year built 1950 and younger. And then or 1950 and up. and then we're going to use this fixer upper filter. That basically gives us the fixers, right? And that's that there. That's all the filters. We got 14 houses out of that to look for, right? To look at. We're going to go to Privy. We're going to go to the filters. We already got this. I'm just showing you how we have it. So we got single family, attached, and condo. That's basically townhouses, condos, just the same as we did on Redfin. Active. We're only looking into actives. We're going to use the fix and flip filter, 70% ARV. We're not going to do show Privy preferred results only. Purchase price, we need to go up to 500,000 here. Price per square foot, it doesn't matter. Just going to have that all the way out there. Square foot, we're going to go between, and I probably should have done this on Privy too. Let me see if I mean on Redfin as well. Let's see. Square footage, we're going to go up to 3,500 square. We'll go to 4,000 here. Still gives us the same 15 houses. So here we're going to we'll go up to 4,000 to make so we're exactly the same. I'm gonna get rid of the 2005 because we want it as similar to Redfin as possible. That's 1950 and up. Stories all, bathrooms all, bedrooms 3 and up, just like we did on the other one. We're not using any keywords or anything like that. Okay, we're gonna run this search. Okay, and what did we get in this search? We got 11 properties found. So we got fewer properties in Privy already. Now, that could be because we're using that ARV filter. That ARV filter is not obviously something that you can do in Redfin, but it is where most people start. We can see if we can adjust it and see if we get anything else. Let's see if we do it 65 and see if there's anything different there. That just brings us down to 8. So if we went up, we'd probably get more. So let's go to 75. I guess we could go to 100. And that gets us 14. So we're neck and neck at this point with Redfin. Right? Exact same number of properties leads. Now, are they the same? That's a different question. So we got 2 in Raleigh, 1 in Rolesville, 3 in Raleigh, 1 in Rolesville, 1 in Gibsonville, 1 in Lewisburg, Durham, Raleigh, Henderson, Gibsonville, Durham, Garner, Durham. Okay. Let's see what we got in Alamance. I'm not going to be able to, in Redfin, I'm not going to be able to remember all these, but Burlington, Wake Forest, Raleigh, Durham, sorry. So that is Raleigh. We saw that one on the other one. This is Durham, Wendell, Clayton. So you didn't see Clayton in the other one. We saw that Raleigh property. Don't think we saw that Raleigh property, but we did see one. It's a Wake Forest property, Raleigh, and another Durham. So I think we have a couple of different properties. So we do have some different properties here, which is interesting. But we did get the same number of properties, which is also interesting. Now let's see if we change this to, let's say, Charlotte here, and let's go ahead and delete what we have there. We're going to come back and we're going to draw around Charlotte. Fortunately, I can't really see what I'm doing. I don't want to go into South Carolina there. So we're going around. We're just trying to see where we are. Monroe. We got the same filters here. That's 43 properties. We're going to try that in Redfin. Let's see if we go to Charlotte here. redraw. Cherryville, I think we were around here. Now I can't be certain if that I'm like exact with this, but oh, we got 22 houses here in Charlotte. So Privy pulled us more properties in Charlotte than the other one did, right? Let me see. Let's look at our maps again. See if I went. Yeah, I went above Statesville, so the maps aren't exactly correct. Let's see if I can kind of redraw this here. Just so we try to get a like for like. Now I could just go by counties and see if that works a little bit better. Still 28 houses. We went a little bit bigger. We got 28. So she also have to note that some of these are third-party data and not from not necessarily from the MLS. It's a company that pulls from the MLS, so it's third party. They didn't get it directly from the MLS. Now, I will say this, that I have found that sometimes Privy, I will come into look at a property, and obviously this property does not need much work. The roof looks a little poor, and I don't know what's going on with this garage here. I think they turned it into a room or something. It could use a little updating, but is still livable, right? But sometimes when I find myself calling for properties that I found on Privy, what ends up happening is I end up finding that the property is already pending. So, and this property is too nice, right? Let me, and you know, it's supposed to be fix and flip filter. We've gone up to 75. I'm going to go back down to 70 because I find that anything above 70 a lot of times gets me properties that need work. We're down to 36 now. This property, the same property, is still there. Just kind of looking at some of these to see what they look like. This one doesn't give us any interior photos. Let's see about this one. It's not bad inside. So let's start looking at some of these that we got in Redfin. So Redfin is really cool because I don't have to click on it to go inside. Look at that old bathroom. So that would definitely be something to be redone. So this one is automatically, the first one is a fixer, right? The second one was looking at, there's no interior photos. That usually means they're not good. We can read cash offers only. That is probably going to be a fixer. Same with this one, no interior photos. They're just telling us investment fixer upper yes. So a lot of times what we find is agents don't like to take pictures of the interiors of houses that look terrible inside. And I guess they think it'll deter people from wanting to buy it. But, you know, if you know what I know, you know those are usually some of the best ones. This one is like, yeah, it needs new carpet, it needs paint, it needs some patched up walls. So I guess you could call that one a fixer. Let's see, we'll go to this next one in Newton. Yeah, there's a hole in the ceiling, there's mold. That's definitely a fixer. So as you can see, most of the properties that I clicked on here in Redfin are definitely fixers. Whereas in Privy, we did not find any fixers off the top, right? So I'm gonna go to this next one. Doesn't look like it has any more photos, but it could just be that this thing is just taking its time. I don't have time to wait. We don't want to have you wait. And this one looks like it's probably a fixer. No interior. There we go. Or the photos, yeah, definitely a fixer. So there we have one. Got our first one here. I'm not gonna look at that. It looks like a manufactured house. No interior photos of that one, so that is likely a fixer. Maybe. They did get it from third-party data, so we don't know. Maybe the third party doesn't supply the photos. This is another manufactured house. This one looks too nice inside. It's livable. It needs updates. Wait a minute. I see. Yeah. Livable, but it just. Whoa! Wait a minute. Is this the master bedroom? Interesting looking master. Very interesting looking house. This definitely needs updating. But all right. Well, I think that's basically enough to let you know what the differences between these two platforms are. I think that you can obviously find deals on both of them, but I just wanted to show people that you don't need Privy in order to source a deal. You can find a deal right on Redfin for no money, and instead of paying when you're first getting into wholesaling, that may be beneficial to you. So just learn how to use the fixer upper filter in Redfin. And if you want to learn how to comp in Redfin, I'm going to be doing a video on that. But comping is relatively simple in Redfin. I'll just give you a quick version right now. So if we clicked on this property here, right now, I take account of it's built in 1960 and it's 1,400 square feet. You're going to click on the map there. Nearby homes for sale. It does a whole nother thing. I just click out of here, go back into the new tab that's generating, and then I'm looking at properties that are sold and have sold in the last 6 months. You can do 3 months if you want to get a little bit more accurate. I do 6, and then you can filter down if you want to, based on the information about the other house. So this is a 1.5. It's 1,400 square feet, and again, it is built in 1960. So we're going to look at properties that are built, between 1950 and 1970, or but lower than 1970. Anything lower than 1970, really. We're just looking at houses because we noticed a house. We could change this up here if we wanted to, or I'm just going to go any. So you could filter down if you wanted to. Square footage, I think we said it was 1,400, so we'll go like to 16 year built. We'll go up to 1970 and see what we have here. So you have a couple of comps that you can look at, and that's basically a brief, quick this showing of how you find comps on Redfin. It's super easy, different from Privy, where you would go in here, you can click on it, and Privy is generally a little bit easier to run comps on, or quicker, because it's all right there and you can just go in your settings and set the settings for what you want to do. So just a quick comparison between Privy and Redfin to see what's better for sourcing on market deals. For me, I prefer Redfin sourcing deals. I just find that the deals are usually fixers. The difference is that I don't always get the contact. So the difference, we can also go into this, is the contact information, right? So sometimes you have phone numbers here, but I find that with Privy, most of the time we're getting the office number. So that's the brokerage. It's not necessarily the actual agent, the listing agent, as you can see here. So if we went to see this same property in Redfin, will it give us the brokerage number, or will it give us the agents? And sometimes it'll give you just the agent's email. Like here, it just gives us the agent email. So you do have to do some searching, but it does give us the agent name, so we get a little bit more information than we do here on Privy, where you just have the office name. And I don't know why Privy does that sometimes. Sometimes it'll give you the agents, but Redfin is usually the listing agent's name. It may or may not have their contact, but what I'll just do is I'll Google them until I find their phone number and email. If I have the email and that's all I have, I'll just send them an email. So there are differences, but again, you can do this 100% free, right? And that's what I was trying to get at with folks. It's just trying to let folks know that you can do this without any money, right? You can do this. You can start. You don't need Privy. You don't need a Privy account. I keep seeing people saying, "Oh, what am I gonna do? I can't afford Privy." You don't need it. Just go to the Fixer Upper filter. Learn how to use Redfin. You'll be straight. All right. So with that, I'm out.